to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, it is a Sunday. It is a Sunday fun day. Sunday. What is going on in recruiting for 2023? Texas A&M. Well, as of right now, we're very quiet. The dead period is approaching. If you guys see that fan in the background, man, just please forgive me. But we're very, very quiet. All right. A team that has been really killing it, and I'm going to give them their shout out after I give this shout out here. Shout out to the Ole Miss Rebels for claiming their first ever national championship in baseball. All right. That is a tremendous sight to see. I did watch the World Series. I don't know what happened to Oklahoma in this entire series, but the Oklahoma that we played, they weren't there for the entire series, man. For the entire series, they weren't there. So shout out to Ole Miss for doing what they had to do. Tip my hats off to you guys. A well-deserved season. Shout out to OU for just at least playing in it. Well-deserved season. All right, so let me get back to it. So let me give some respect to where respect is due so far as recruiting is concerned. Texas is killing it. I believe that they just now have landed another recruit in like just 1 minute ago, maybe like 2 minutes ago. What did I tell you guys though, man? When they got when they got the number one player, which was Arch Manning, I told you guys that they were going to start landing a lot of elite. Listen to me now. They were going to start landing a lot of elite skill players, all offensive players. All right, they're coming for everybody that's on the offensive side of the ball. That is what they're doing. I told you guys this before one time, and I don't know if you guys remember this. I told you that Steve Sarkisian is going to be the new Lincoln Riley over there in the Big 12. Going to come with a whole lot of offense, no defense. I'm going to say this once again. Going to come with a whole lot of offense, no defense. All right, so I'm fine with them doing what they do. Let those guys have fun and awesome. All right, we did it last year. We had a lot of fun. I'm not saying that we won't have fun this year, but we know that when our time comes, it is what it is. Our time is going to be there. But as of right now, I don't think I've never seen that many commitments commit all on the same day, nor within like the same weekend. Let them do what they do. Okay? So how are we looking on our recruiting? A lot of you guys are saying, oh man, the recruiting is terrible right now. I'm going to be honest with you. We got very spoiled off of the last year's recruiting. Now, in our mind, going into every single year, we believe that by this point, that we should have about maybe 8 guys committed already. That's fine. All right, that's how you guys are supposed to feel. Last year, we got the number one class. You can best believe this year, everybody is pointing their fingers to Texas A&M and saying, well, we can go inside the number one class too if Texas A&M can do it. I know this. You guys know this. Look, understand that every time Texas A&M does something or get close to doing something, the goalpost is going to be moved, and somebody's going to come out with something and say, well, such and such, but A&M ain't been here since the Ole Miss post since 1940. That's what's being thrown around probably in every sport right now. But Texas A&M ain't done nothing since such and such. Who cares? Who cares, man? But one of you guys asked, how am I feeling about Hakeem Williams? I feel very good about him. I feel very, very good about him, all right? Man, it's a couple of these guys I feel good about. The Jaden Rashada recruitment in which he just landed at Miami out there. And shout out to Miami for getting that guy, okay? At some point, now I put something on Twitter for you guys that follow me on Twitter. At some point, I did feel like the Jaden Rashada committee was pretty much done. I figured I'd give it one last run though, because you just don't know what could happen. But he committed to the place to where it had been crystal ball by Steve Wilfong for, man, a couple of times. Not only Steve Wilfong, but a couple of guys. All right, so He ultimately landed at Miami. It was what it was. You know, to be honest with you guys, man, after the Eli Holstein decommit, I figured that it will probably be a while before we actually land another quarterback. All right, because Eli Holstein was our guy. I mean, he was solely our guy. Alabama got him in their hands, told them who knows what, and they ultimately landed him. All right, they had him decommit. Same thing that we had a couple of guys do on last year. We had a couple of guys flip and we had a couple of guys decommit. The formula is kind of being turned around. That's fine though. And you know, it is what it is. We have quarterbacks set up for the future. All right. So believe me when I say that. I will say this though. Dante Moore is a guy to watch. So far as quarterbacks are concerned, Austin Novosad, that is a hard commit to Baylor right now. He's really and truly the guy to watch. All right, Austin Novosad, he in the top 10 quarterback. He's the 13th best quarterback, I believe, in the recruiting cycle. 45th in the state of Texas, 4-star recruit. I think 229 national. Be looking out for that young man. He's been going to the game ever since he was a kid. All right, been knowing A&M fully, sort of like Haynes King. Haynes King grew up watching Texas A&M for a very long time. All right, so just be watching for him. I know a lot of you guys want at least something to happen on the recruiting trail as we speak. I know you guys do. But as of right now, with our class being so stacked on last year, it's not going to happen as early because we feel so many position needs. All right, we feel a lot of it. But the guys that we're after, the guys that we're really after right now are some heavy defensive studs, okay? We're after a lot of these guys, and I'm about to, of course, tell you the guy in which we're really after, man, and we're going to move on to the defensive side of the ball. We're after linebacker Anthony Hill. Oh, so much right now. I don't know why this ice cream truck comes every time I'm doing a video. That is crazy to me. That is really crazy. But that ice cream man always picks up. But we are after Anthony Hill like crazy. Why? Because that is a position in which we need to really get some guys out there, and we need some guys to start committing at that particular position. All right, that is a defensive depth chart need, man, because we are going to lose at least one linebacker this year, and I'm not talking about to the transfer portal. We're going to leave him. We're going to lose him to probably the NFL. All right, guys, please excuse ice cream truck. I don't know why, man, but it's over here. If anybody wants any ice cream, please come out here to Houston, Texas, on Tamika Court Street in Spring, Texas. All right, Houston, Texas, but Spring, Texas. Please come out and get some ice cream because they aren't needed. But anywho, Anthony Hill is who you guys need to watch. We're after him whole. That's the guy that will really recruit. He will ultimately make a domino effect. Not for both sides of the ball, but he will make a domino effect. All right, so you guys got to really watch that movement, man. Defensive backs, I'm seeing you guys comment. Defensive backs, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm looking at Tony Mitchell, and Tony Mitchell right now has been crystal ball to Alabama because he's out there for a visit. As well as with a couple more other guys. I looked at our actual depth chart. We got about 10 defensive backs. Now, this is not including safeties. This is cornerbacks. We got about 10 of those guys with 2 guys committed. Another guy that can potentially commit from out of nowhere is Malik Muhammad. I've been watching Malik Muhammad like crazy, man. I've been watching him. That guy can every bit of be a 5-star recruit. As of right now, he's a borderline 4-star / 5-star recruit. All right, that guy could very well commit to Texas A&M right now. All right, I'm seeing a lot of you guys. Seeing one of them, you said the running back and O-line. we got a couple of old linemen that we're looking at the moment. All right, let me tell you about a couple of these guys as well. Also, man, keep this in mind. A lot of now, I sit here and talk about all the skill position. You know, I told you that Texas is going to very well get a lot of skill position guys. Texas A&M. Man, I'm gonna put this in the Aggie favor, and I'm gonna crystal ball this right now. Don't know when it's gonna happen. Don't ask me, but I'm going to crystal ball this. Zakaria Branch, that's committed to USC right now. The number 1 wide receiver, nationally number 6 overall. It is looking every bit of like he's very impressed with Texas A&M. Just a couple of notes here. Well, just a couple of recruiting nuggets here. I was on the TexAgs page, and I seen where Ryan Brunninger, he was saying that, just to give you guys an update on something that's going out there. He said that Zakaria Branch will indeed be back for the pool party. He will make his way back. Now, what happened with that pool party last year? Not to say that we have a Bobby Taylor in this recruiting cycle, because we don't right now. We just don't. And Bobby Taylor had been committed since like his junior year, man. We don't have a Bobby Taylor in this class, but that's fine. That's fine. Bobby Taylor himself has put himself in a prime position, as well as others like Evan Stewart, Chris Marshall, and a lot of those other guys, man, that was in the 2022 cycle. They're putting themselves in a position right now, excuse ice cream truck, to go out and make a strong emphasis on this 2023 cycle to say, no, man, we ain't doing it. Just wait a minute. Bobby Taylor came out himself and said, man, y'all let them folks have their fun, man. We all right. Just let it be. So, as of right now, I'm going to give you guys a recruitment ranking. We sit at number 48. That is where we're at right now. We're number 48 in the recruiting cycle. This ice cream truck has came and sat by my front door, guys. I'm so mad. I'm trying to make the episode. Sounds like they cut it down. They might have heard. But Zakaria Branch is who you guys need to look for a potential flip. All right, he could potentially flip at any time. He's having a pretty good goddamn weekend. I believe that he may have just went back on today. So that's one wide receiver right there. Another wide receiver, and we're not actually crystal ball to him. I think Jaylen Brown is off our board from Miami, Florida. All right, I'm going to just let all you guys know this right now. Jaylen Brown, 5-star wide receiver that's from Miami, I believe that he is off of our board. Okay, so Jaylen Brown will indeed commit to Miami. I have a sure hunch on that. Shelton Sampson, you guys don't hear me talk much about this guy, but he is high on our board at the moment. He's one of our targets from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So these are just a couple of skill set guys, just to name them, all right? Jonte Cook, I believe Jonte Cook will be the next domino effect for not us, but it will be for Texas. I fully believe that. All right. I could be wrong because Evan Stewart was every bit of like Jonte within his recruiting process. But at the same time, Evan Stewart had committed way early. I'm going to give me ice cream. But Evan Stewart had committed so early. He committed around the same time Quentin Ewers had committed. Now, when Evan Stewart committed to us, he didn't pull his recruitment away. He didn't do anything. All right, so it is what it is, man. But I believe that Jonte Cook will end up being a Longhorn. And I mean, hey, man, it is what it is on there. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and deny that. All right, so I believe that he will be off the recruiting board. Another guy, like you said, who am I high on? Hakeem Williams. Man, Hakeem Williams is very high on our board, and he's been there for a very long time now. I don't know when he's going to commit, but that will be another one that will be an offensive domino effect. All right, so a couple of offensive linemen you guys say and look at. Another one, before I get to offensive line, Dalton Brooks. is a guy that you guys need to look at. He's an athlete. He's a 4-star, number 63. Nationally, at his position alone, he's number 3. And you guys need to really, really watch that. I don't know what he's being recruited out to be, but you guys need to watch that commitment as well. But so far as the offensive line is concerned, Chase Benson Notice from Ramsey, New Jersey, I feel comfortable on. Like I say, I do not know when these guys may just commit like that. I haven't really too much heard anything about anybody committing anytime soon. All right, just to let you guys know, man, I haven't heard nothing. We're pretty much in like a dead period, and for whatever strange, weird way, I believe that Jimbo Fisher and that entire staff, so far as recruiting, they're sitting there looking like this, like, okay, let's see what they're going to take next. I believe that they're actually taking their time. Now, they do want somebody to commit at some point. Just don't know if it'll happen anytime soon right now. It is a pretty much cold streak so far as we're concerned on the Aggie side, so far as recruiting. For right now, just for right now is concerned. Wherever this team end up, like I told you guys on the last recruiting video, I do still believe we'll sign the top 5 players. All right. I don't know how many recruits will be in this class in particular, but I do believe that we will sign the top 5. Now let's talk about some more offensive linemen. Harris Sewell, he's a 4-star recruit as well, nationally number 72. Another guy that I'm really high on, in which this may just be one of the first guys to say, hey, I'm going to A&M, is TJ Shanahan. He's from Austin Westlake. As of right now, he has LSU, Texas A&M, and Georgia as his 3 finalists. All right. I believe he may just be the first one to commit. A running back, because I heard you guys say running back. A running back that I want you guys to really, really look at is Caleb Jackson from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He has Texas A&M and LSU as his top 2 right now, so far as 247 is concerned. I just seen he did take a visit to Alabama over the weekend. So, like I said once before, who knows what they told him. Just be looking for us to slide in there. Once again, I don't know when these guys plan on committing. We may not have as many commit over the summer like we did on last year. And I believe that we're so stuck on the last year's class and how the way they done it, to where a lot of us, including myself, thought that it would be kind of like somewhat going into this year. But that's just not going to happen. That is just not going to happen this year, man. I'm sorry. Like I say, it's no vocal guys that's just really in this class like that. I seen one of you guys that said Malik is elite. He is definitely elite at that cornerback position. I like what I've seen from him, and I've seen that state title game, and he was one of the guys that was really, really shut down in the game. All right, let's see what else we're looking at here, man, so far as the linebackers are concerned. Grayson Howard, he's another one to kind of look at, 4-star prospect. As of right now, he's crystal ball to South Carolina. He's from Jacksonville, Florida. If we get in there and I hear some great things about him so far as the recruiting visit he took and stuff like that, we'll be pretty good. All right, so just so far as the defensive line is concerned. So, defensive line. Of course, I've always told you about David Hicks. Keep your eyes on David Hicks. See where he actually moves. If he wants to make a commitment before he actually goes into his senior season, I really, really, really have Texas A&M being on that board to land that young man so heavy. All right, it's something about College Station that is just written all over him. There's something about Texas A&M defensive line that's just written all over him right now. All right, and it's a bunch of guys that's going after him. You got the team that's in his warm spots: Miami, Michigan State, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas, and Texas A&M. Now I sit up here and I thought that we had by far the deepest line. I'm looking at it, and it's a lot of these people. Texas, for instance, got about 20 defensive linemen. Oklahoma got about 19 defensive linemen. I don't know where all these defensive linemen has come from all of a sudden. Alabama has about 20. Like I don't know where all these defensive linemen coming from. Oregon has about 17. You know, 0 committed at the moment. And these are deep defensive line, man. And I thought we had the deepest one. We do not have the deepest one. All right, we have a lot of guys that's on this line. None of these guys that's on this defensive line for us are seniors. That's the scary part. Most of these guys that's on this defensive line are considered like all freshmen. I'm gonna say it once again, they're considered like all freshmen. A couple of these guys redshirt freshmen. A couple of these guys are true freshmen. I don't think anybody redshirts this season. I'm going to be dead honest with you on that. I don't think anybody redshirts this season at all. I could be wrong, but I don't think nobody's going to redshirt. But this is a strong possibility into why we may land just about 3 more defensive linemen in this class overall. The guys that are juniors right now are Ladarius Jones, Isaiah Rakes, and McKinley Jackson. Our sophomores are Fidel Diggs, Darnell Harris, and Shamar Turner. I expect 3 of those guys that's juniors, at least 2 of them, they're going to go to the NFL this year. They're going to be pretty much gone. So we're going to have to continue to recruit that defensive line position heavy, man. That's why I say I do believe that Hicks will come and be a part of this class, just as well as Bowens. Bowens is a part of this class as well. All right, so let me just go to some other prospects here. I feel really confident about Hicks. So I'm about to go through the confidence factor. David Hicks, 5-star defensive lineman, nationally number 5. My confidence for him is at a 7. Zakaria Branch, wide receiver, number 6 nationally, 5-star. My confidence for him, I'm going to say Zakaria Branch's confidence for him is about at a 5 right now. About a 5. Dante Moore, confidence is at a 5. Anthony Hill, I just seen with somebody come in and say, man, he's starting to lean towards Texas. I'm going to tell you right, I doubt that. I doubt that a whole lot. My confidence for Anthony Hill is at about a 7. Tony Mitchell, my confidence for him is at about a 6. Ruben Owens is gone already, but he's still on board. Javian Tavino. A lot of you guys haven't heard much about Javian Tavino, but my confidence for him right now is at about a 6. 5-star recruit, nationally number 22. He's from Texas as well. Understand that Texas is going to gain a lot of momentum, man. They're going to gain a lot of momentum. Jaden Brown, confidence to land him at like a 3 right now. Shelton Sampson, that's at about a 5. Shavion Bradley, 5-star recruit, edge rusher, nationally number 36. Confidence is at about a 5 to land him. Malik Muhammad, my confidence is at about an 8 to land him right now. I'm sorry, man. That confidence is at about an 8 right now. Hakeem Williams, that confidence is at about an 8. It's the 4-star recruit, nationally number 43. Cedric Baxter. Confidence right now for Cedric Baxter because he's crystal ball to go over there to Texas. I told you once again, they will load up on the offensive side of the ball. My confidence right here, because he did take a visit to us, is probably at about a 5 right now. Only because of the momentum that Texas is gaining offensively. All right. Chase Bittleness, 4-star recruit, nationally number 57. My confidence is at about a 6. Dalton Brooks, athlete, 4-star, nationally 63. Confidence is at about a 7 to land him. Jeremiah Love, he's looking at us. Confidence at about a 3 right now. Harris Awu, I know they got him pushed the ball to Clemson right now. My confidence for him is still at about a 7 to land him. All right. Will Norman, defensive lineman, 4-star recruit, nationally 115. That confidence is at about 3. Keelan Jackson, who's a safety out of Zachary, Louisiana. That confidence is at about an 8 right now. He's a 4-star, nationally 132. That's at about an 8. Darian Goulet, he's leaning all the way to Texas. He's an edge rusher, 4-star, nationally 142. Confidence is at about a 4 right now for him until it says otherwise. I do not think we'll get him. I believe Texas will land him. TJ Shanahan, confidence level is at about a 9. I do believe we'll land TJ Shanahan, inside offensive lineman, 4-star recruit, nationally 144. Michael Tees, Mecca Tees, he came on a visit, heard some good things about him, 4-star recruit, nationally 152. It's at about a 5 right now. Running back Caleb Jackson from out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 4-star recruit, nationally 193. Confidence is at about a 6 for him. About a good 6. Sharif Denson, cornerback, 4-star recruit. My confidence is at about a 3 to land him. I do not believe we'll get him. I'm just going to be dead honest with you guys. I love that he put us in his top 3. I believe Florida is the team to beat on that one. Because as of right now, it's Florida, Miami, and Texas A&M in his top 3. I do not believe we'll land. Grayson Howard, linebacker, 4-star, nationally 249. Confidence is at about a 2. Don't think we'll land him at all. Austin Novosad. It all depends on if he decommits or not. You know, about Austin. My confidence is at about a 7 for him right now. Like I say now, because of the simple fact that he was up here most of his childhood, that means we can potentially flip him maybe by as soon as the pool party, man. Be honest with you. If we get him, that's going to be a big time get. I saw where Jared Kerr had retweeted when he had got the offer and said it's about time. So they have a connection there. So you just never know, man. Andy Jean, wide receiver, 4-star recruit, nationally 298. Confidence at about a 2 for him. He's from Miami, Florida as well. Look, it's a lot of Florida kids that we're going after in this class. That's crazy to me. But I believe he'll ultimately end up at Miami. Damian Sample. Now they're putting him as like an edge rusher. I don't know if that's true or not. Could play linebacker. He has a top 3 of Texas A&M, Alabama, and LSU. As of right now, we lead the way. 3-star recruit, nationally 705. My confidence for him is at an 8. If we land him, then that could potentially speed up where David Hicks goes. Both of these guys go to the same school. All right. They go to Katy Pateau. Katy Pateau. David Hicks just transferred there this year, so now he's going to Katy Pateau. We could indeed land both of those guys on the same day, which would be a monster recruit. All right. A lot of people are going to try to throw that down the drain because he's a 3-star, and oh man, look at y'all. They over there trying to. You guys already know what you're going to hear. So just be prepared for that, all right? Jalen Howell from Longview, Texas, 4-star recruit, nationally number 59. The jury is kind of still out on him. I feel like we're probably at a 5 right now. If anything, we're at a 5. We're at a 50-50. No, man, probably like 25%. So I give it like a a 3 for him right now. I love what I'm hearing though. Probably at a 3. I'm hearing too much of, oh, he likes USC. I'm hearing too much of, oh, he may go over, oh, well, he wants to go there and play with Arch. I'm hearing too many of both sides instead of just one school. Our connection is Haynes King, to say the least. So we may just grab him because of that. Caleb Preston, 4-star recruit, nationally number 78. He's leaning towards Oregon right now. He's from Seattle, Washington. He has his top 4: Oregon, Michigan State, Alabama, Texas A&M. I'm gonna give this about a 4 at the moment. I have not heard anything about him nor what's going on with him. I'm gonna give it about a 4. Adam Hopkins. That's the guy. The wide receiver. Wide receiver Adam Hopkins. Nationally 127, 4-star recruit from out of Thomasville, Georgia. He may just be the one that make his recruitment as being the first one to kind of potentially set off a domino effect. So far as the offensive side of the ball is concerned. We're the only guys that sit in the warm spot for him right now. My confidence level to land him is at an 8. Now, you know what? I'm going to boost that up to like a 9. I feel really good about it. All right? I don't see anybody else that's kind of particular anyway. Feel really good about it. Jordan Matthews, 4-star cornerback, nationally 139. I'm going to give that about a 3. As of right now, he's being crystal ball to Texas. Tyler Williams, Lakeland, Florida, 4-star recruit, wide receiver, nationally 148. I'm going to give that about a 4. I have not heard nothing on him like that at all. Defensive lineman Xavier McLeod from out of Camden, South Carolina. I'm going to give that about a 3. I believe he goes to South Carolina. Miles McVay, offensive tackle from St. Louis, Illinois. 4-star recruit, nationally 183. I'm going to give this one about a 6, man. I like him. We just have to see what he's going to do when he put out his top. As of right now, I feel pretty good about him. I'm going to give it about a 6, though. He was a part of our recruiting weekend as well. Kelton Smith from Columbus, Georgia, inside offensive lineman, 4-star recruit, nationally 268. I give that about a 3. Have not really heard anything. Cedar Mitchell, defensive lineman, 4-star recruit, nationally 308. He's being crystal ball to Georgia. Man, I'm gonna give that about a 4 for us. I don't believe that will land. Anthony Evans, 4-star recruit, nationally 337. Wide receiver from Converse, Texas. I'm gonna give that about a 9. I will give that a high 9. Be honest with you, I may just give that like a 10 on 10. That we will indeed land him. I think the guy that will really work him over is the Marvin Lee Act. Keep going here. Justin Jefferson from Pearl River, I think Coastal Carolina, the junior college kid. Now this is a linebacker. We could potentially land him, in which I just told you before that is a need that we actually need. We could land him and make some headways by landing that commitment so far as linebackers are concerned. Makis Benolis from Washington out there, inside offensive lineman. Top 3 was put out, Oregon, USC, and Texas A&M. I'm going to give that about a 3. I don't like where we stand, but we are the top 3. So he is thinking about it. So I think that's because of Steve Adazio. I believe that's the offensive line coach name. He's making a serious push on that. All right. So let me keep going here. I believe that's about it. I named a lot of guys for you all right there. So I believe that's about it. And Vernon Glover, who's a cornerback as well, I'm gonna put that as a 4 for right now. He's from Dickinson, Texas. Only way we'll move him over is because of Donovan Green. All right, he's also from Dickinson, Texas, and he knows him really. If he does come in, he can turn into like a Tyreek Chappelle, man. To be honest with you, he's a 3-star corner, nationally 705. He'll be another one that would just really, really have to wait his turn. I will say that. So that's about it. Give you some just, recruiting updates and stuff like that. Like I say, now, if we land the commitment today, it will really, really shock me. But I don't think we land any on today. If we do, I will come back out with another podcast. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. #GigMax.